Yo, JSF, your boy Osoy. What's up? I just wanted to make a video, I guess, about balance. I don't think a lot of people understand fighting game balance, honestly, because people say things like Mortal Kombat is the most balanced game, whatever. Like, everybody says every NRS game is the most balanced game ever, and then as soon as the next one comes out, they say, oh, that last game was so horribly unbalanced and bullshit. Like, Injustice 2 was literally, at the highest level, was counterpick, counterpick, counterpick. Like, if you have to counterpick to win, it's not balanced because characters aren't even, like, it's too matchup heavy. But anyway, I wanted to bring two characters at opposite ends of the spectrum and kind of just show some things that, like, it's kind of just bad game design and shit that doesn't make sense. And I know what you're thinking. If it's so obviously bad game design, so many issues, why is nobody really talking about it? Nobody making a big deal about it? Because most Mortal Kombat players are shills. Are shills, are people who would like to or do some type of work for the developer. So they pro players and want to get tweeted at by Ed Boon, or people that go to WB games and like get opportunities or do commentary for them, like shit like that. Basically, they don't want to fuck up an opportunity. They don't want to burn a bridge. Now me, I'm just some dude sitting in his bedroom. I don't give a shit about any of that. Like, I love the property. I love Mortal Kombat. I grew up with it. So that's why I play it. I'm always going to play it. But I don't know any of these people, so I don't have a problem telling them they made a piss poor game. So anyway, here's one example of something I think is extremely stupid and should have been removed a long time ago. Wait. See how that says punish? That, like, and this is just one example. I just did that to show one example. Like, why you should never, ever, 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 just as a general rule of developing a fighting game, you should never be punished for landing a hit on your opponent, ever. You shouldn't. You shouldn't be punished. Now, they should be able to get out, like in Injustice 2, where you could flip out of combos for 2 bars, and that shit costed 2 bars and was hella recovery. So if you did it, it was almost never safe. Or if they knew you were gonna do it, they could do a combo to catch you in it. In this game, you break away, you're armored, you have fucking almost no recovery. You can get up and punish them for finishing their combo. And like, for some characters it isn't that bad, it's not that big of a deal. But a character like Frost, who has a ton of recovery on all her fucking moves, like this move on Whip, look how long before I can do anything. It's just a ton of recovery, and that's not like Sub-Zero has the same problem. And I know what you're gonna say, oh, do a different combo, do a different combo. Fam, I shouldn't have to adjust my combos in just to not get hit for landing the hit. Like, there's unbreakable combos, and that's fine. I don't mind there being a breakaway mechanic. I think that should exist. Like, a combo breaker mechanic is good for the game, but it being able to punish people is like, you didn't do anything to earn a hit. You got hit. You got hit, you broke away at the right time, and you get a full combo for it. Especially online ranked 2 out of 3. When you don't know who the fuck you're fighting against. You don't know if he's playing with chopsticks or if he's the best player in the world. You don't know. So I land the first combo. I'm like, alright, cool. Let me go for this, you know what I mean? And then, oh shit. All of a sudden, I eat 37% because it's fucking Gears. But anyway, that's a whole side thing. What I wanted to talk about is balance between characters, right? So Gears, one of the best characters in the game, has been the best or one of the best characters since launch. They designed this character to be strong. They did it. They did it on purpose. And I'm going to show you how I know they did it on purpose, because I'm going to compare him to Frost, a character they didn't give any type of attention to. A character that they designed to be piss poor. Now, before I even get into potato-ass Gears, I want to say that in fighting games, it is okay to have one character better than another. It is okay to have a character to be definitively the best in the game. But there's a balance you need to have to it. And I think Keith said it the best. He was like, I'm not balancing to make every character even, like exactly the same, like you go crazy. He's like, there's a reason we make one character the best, because they're the hardest to use. They have the most crazy shit, but you have to, it's her moves list is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, the problem with NRS is they design potato characters like Gears. Like, hold on, let's see if I can do a Gears combo. I've never played this character in a match in my life. That's an extremely easy jab combo for 31% off this, and that's it. Now with Frost, who I've been playing forever, if I want to do extremely easy combo, watch. Not enough damage. Let's try another one. Not enough damage. Like, you're not gonna, for the same amount of effort or close to it, you're not gonna get the same amount of damage. Like, you're just not. It's not gonna happen. Like, well, for Frost, if I want to get good, like 31% damage, I gotta do like this. And mind you, I can't do it from this range because it won't connect. So I have to be closer. I have to be at this range and do a 19 frame normal from this range, when other characters have like 10 frame buttons that'll hit me. So I have to do that. I have to jump in too. Still less damage. Still less damage. Like, like, and I'm not saying Frost can't get that damage. That's not what I'm saying. She can get that damage, but that combo is a lot. Like, you're never gonna land this in a match. I've never seen any Frost player land this combo in a match. Ever. Like, this is your starter, this 11 frame high with no range. And that's only one of the kicks hidden, so you don't get the full damage. Like, from this range, he can jab and hit me. He can jab and hit me. Like, I'm just trying to show that these characters are far, like, not that they're not equal. Not that they're not equal, but they're just really, really on opposite ends of the spectrum. Like, one character can't hold a candle to the other, and there's no trade-off to it. There's no caveat. There's no reason to not pick Gears. That's why in NRS games you see a million Liu Kangs, a million Gearses, because the characters that are the best are the easiest to use. Now, I don't mind there being easy to use characters. They should exist. Ryu is probably the easiest character in Street Fighter, but guess what? He's not as good as Akuma. He's not the best character in the game, but he's not supposed to be. Like, there's just it's just so many things. Like, look at Frost down 2. This shit is pitiful. It's 10 frames. The Gears is down 2. His is 9 frames. It's faster. Get the angle of it. So it's gonna hit above his head, maybe even slightly behind him. It's gonna hit a little bit in front of him. Like, it's the shit that people don't think about. Like, look at this. Look how loaded. Frost is a low hurt box character, which I understand. So she's really low to the ground. Her down 2 reaches about maybe to his head. So like, you can jump in clean and her whiff, her do down 2 on reaction, still whiff and get killed. Now, Gears also has the best jump in the game. Best jump in attack in the game, 100% completely free. Completely free. He has that. There's no question about it. He also has one of the best jumping kicks in the game. So, and then this jumping in is still good, but nobody uses this because why use it when you can do this? That's the best one. But he still has this too. Now, what does Frost have? Pretty solid jumping kick. Pretty good. I don't complain about this. Pretty good. Look at our jumping punch. Good luck hitting anybody with this. This is an air-to-air only, and it's not really good at that. Like, if you're not used to playing Frost and you try to do her combos, I guarantee you're gonna whiff this. This is gonna happen to you, because it happened to me for a while. Then we have this. Like, let's have him block just to show this. Yes, Stance, that's fine. I am +1 on block. I'm -1 on block. After a jump in, I'm neutral on block. I can wait to the last second and be +6, But who's gonna let me jump in this far? Although jump-ins are pretty strong, I'm just trying to show that like her jumping kick is good, but -4 at the high range. You gotta get it low to get the plus frames. And the problem is, if you want this to hit reliably, you're not really gonna get plus frames out of it. And this jump-in has a decent angle. I won't complain about the angle, but it's her jump-in one, so it's less damage and less advantage. Meanwhile, I can jump in with homeboy. Oh wait, let me have her block. Jump in with homeboy. Plus 13. Plus 14. Let's do it early. Plus 14. Plus 14. Plus 9. I'm trying to do it early as possible. Like, look how much more advantage he has. Because his jump in one is his air to air button. His jump in one you never will jump in with. There's no reason to. No reason to. You can jump in with this, with the best jumping in the game. So he has better jumping kick, or he has better jump ins in general by far. He gets better damage for less effort. He's got a 6 frame down one with good range. Frost has a down one with good range, but it's 8 frames. Like, his practical damage is more. His crushing blows are more. Frost has thrown crushing blows, but other than that, every other crushing blow she has is garbage. Her down 2 crushing blow is garbage because her down 2 is garbage. Gears has a great down 2. Like, I'm just trying to show like if we were scoring points for these characters, like, oh, do you get good damage? Do you have hit confirms? Do you have good jump ins? Do you have this? Gears would be like 100 out of 100, and Frost would be like a 50. Like, your characters, if you're trying to balance a game, your characters can't be this far apart, and the better character can't be the easier to use character. Like, this character is a lot more difficult to use than Gears. Like, even her neutral. Alright, let's hold on. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna switch or practice something the regular Frost player might do, right? This range. Alright. I fucked up the flawless block up too, but you get the point, right? Oh, that's really anti-air me. That never works for me in matches. Jump over, like... Like that. That happens to me a lot. When you're like, oh, he's in range, let me back too. And then they just jump, and then you die. And the other thing is... Wait, hold on. This is off a jump in, and the extremely easy non-optimal combo is 33% off a jump in. The extremely easy not optimal, because I don't know the optimal. Like, Frost has neutral, right? That's why I have her like going back and forth and doing that. But like, if I just say fuck it, I'm jumping out and not playing neutral, I win for that. Like, if I decide I don't want to play neutral against Frost, I win for that. Like. Not to mention, the shit she's doing doesn't work because of this. So, Gears completely controls the neutral, doesn't have to play neutral. He dominates. Like, this is Scorpion's teleport, but it's a low. And it's safe from full screen. Like, that's what this move is. Like, everybody complained about Scorpion's teleport being a mid and full screen tracking launcher. I agree. It was dumb. It was so stupid. That should have never made it past stage 1 of beta testing or anything. But Gears has a... Oh, the only difference is his isn't always a launcher. But look. Well, I didn't mean to do that. 14.5%. So it's basically a low-hitting, full-screen throw. You can block it though when it hits low, and it can hit you anywhere on the screen. It's fucking Aquaman's from the deep from Injustice before they nerfed it. Like, why would they design a move like exactly the same as a move that was such a problem in a game before? It's like they don't learn. Like, they don't know how to balance, and they don't know how to balance a fighting game. That's why I'm trying to, like, I'm just trying to show this, and I'm using the character I play, which I know is low tier, and another character, like, who's another low tier character? Like, in the top tier, to try to show the difference. So, like, some people are gonna say every character is viable, every character is in the same tier. No, they're not. No, they are not. Every character is not viable. Every character is not in the same tier. It's just not the truth. If you're somebody who's as good as Sonic Fox is, you can win with anybody. But by that logic, if the skill gap is that large, it doesn't matter who you pick. If me as a grown man who knows competitive Mortal Kombat plays against a 10-year-old who plays this shit before school some days, I'm probably going to watch him with Kano, and I have no idea how to use Kano. But that doesn't mean Kano's viable. That means the skill gap is that big. With somebody as good as Sonic Fox or Ninja Killer, like, you know, the best players in the world, they can beat me with fucking Scarlet. They can beat me with Jade. They can beat me with Baraka. They can beat me with Kano. They can beat me with anybody because they're that much better than me. But that doesn't mean the character is good enough. No, the skill gap is big enough. Like, that's the thing I think a lot of people don't understand. If the skill gap is large, like, I can pick the best character in Street Fighter V and still lose to one of the worst characters in the game. You know why? Because I'm not that good at Street Fighter V. I haven't played it in 2 years. By the way, another thing you should do, look at jumps and jump-in attacks in this game, then compare them to jumps and jump-in attacks in Street Fighter V. Just do it. Just do it. And tell me what you notice. Because when I played Street Fighter V in 2016 and I played Charlie Nash, I anti-aired literally everybody every time I had meter with EX Sonic Scythe, which is his uppercut, his DP, right? Except it's not invincible. But anyway, so it's not invincible. I could get hit if I time it wrong. But I was anti-airing consistently. As soon as this game came out, I can't anti-air anyone worth a shit. Even in Injustice, I can anti-air better than this. Like, that lets me know that it's not me, like, oh, my reactions are horrible. It's like, I can react to Sub-Zero's forward too, offline. I can react to it. I've practiced it. I've tested it. I can react to it. I can react to the animation and block it on reaction. So my reactions aren't horrible. Jumps in this game are just stupid. But that has nothing to do with balance. You have characters that do higher damage, that have 6 frame down ones, better jump-ins, less effort, better crushing blows and more crushing blows than other characters who are just generally harder to use. Like, it's just not balanced. And if you disagree or don't understand, like, go in training mode, pick a character you think is bad, pick a character you think is good, and compare them directly to each other. Can they get the same things done practically? Can Frost practically do what Gears does? Where he can jump in reasonably, realistically jump in, do 35% or more if he hits you, and especially if he has his gauntlet loaded, he can do like 40%. If he wants to spend 2 bars, it's definitely over 40%. Like, can Frost do the same thing? No. And she doesn't have to, mind you. One character doesn't have to be one-to-one exactly the same as another character, but look at the difference. Look at how wide the gap is between how good one character is and how good another character is. Like, this is why when people say, Frost and Jackie are in the same tier, or when Sonic Fox said that, I should say, I'm like, that is complete fucking bullshit. That is completely wrong. It's not even close to right. If you're looking at him as one whole character with 3 variations, well, you're wrong, because Frost has 1 viable variation and Jackie has 3. And if you're only picking the best variation, then look at the tools of Jackie's best variation. Jackie has a universal launcher. Like, come on. And it's not a string, it's a special, which makes it even better. But anyway, that's not why she's good. She's good because she has 9 frame mid that she can fucking stagger you to fucking death and do good damage, and yeah, and some decent crushing blows. One that you don't even, like, she can combo into her dash punch crushing blow. Like, there's so many stupid things about this game, and this is just one example. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. There's a million other examples that you can, not a million, but a bunch of other ones. Like, you can look at one character, like, look at Sub-Zero, and I know people online hate Sub-Zero because he's stupid online, but if you take away his 50-50, right? Imagine his overhead is a mid. He no longer has 50-50s. The character is absolute trash after that. Like, he's not the. I don't think he's like the worst in the game, but he's not good. He's not top tier. He's not viable at all. That's why you saw a lot of Sub-Zero early, but like now, it's really not that much. It's really not because people realize, holy shit, if you can block the mix-up, the character's not scary. But yeah, you take him and compare Sub-Zero to fucking Cassie or something. Sonya, who also is a 50-50 character. But people just drop Sonya because whatever reason. Because Sonya players don't want to play neutral. That's all it is. Sonya players do not want to play neutral. They're like, oh, you have to live and die by the mix-up. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't even have to do the 50-50 to play Sonya at a high level. You don't, like, that's not even the whole character. Like, I spent like a whole day or two learning Sonya, and I was gonna either play Sonya or Cassie for Combat League this season, but I ended up not doing it. But yeah, she's a lot more than a 50-50. That's just the easy. People go for the most brain dead easy shit. Like, that's why people play fucking Gears. That's why people play Kung Lao. Kung Lao is so stupid. But Kung Lao there's risk involved with him. Kung Lao is like a toned down Gears. He's like what Gears should be. Where like he can do 37% on some stupid bullshit. His jumping kick is stupid. But he's gonna risk some things. He's gonna do some shit that's unsafe. He doesn't just dominate the neutral. Like, you can jump or you can do something else with him. But he also has a safe on block teleport, which is also another thing you should never do. Never, ever, and ever should there be a fighting game with a tracking teleport attack that's safe on block. I don't care what gimmicks oh, if you jump, you can know. It's like Liu Kang's teleport in Wuxi Legend. That shit shouldn't be safe. It's a teleport. I know it's not a launcher, and it shouldn't be a launcher. Every teleport doesn't need a launch, but it still shouldn't be completely safe on block. Like, no. It should be at least slightly unsafe. Like, it doesn't need to be minus 30 if you're not getting a combo off of it, but like, it should be like minus 10 or 11. It should be very slightly unsafe. It just shouldn't. There should never be a situation where I'm just gonna teleport, and if you block it, cool. So what? Like, no, you should get punished for blocking that. Like, I don't know, man. I can rant about this shit all day, but so many things about this are just purely bad game design. It's just bad game design. That's all it is. We all love Mortal Kombat, and a lot of people are shills and nut huggers for NRS and Ed Boon, so nobody wants to say anything. They'll see it and react like, oh man, that is just ridiculous. It's like, no, it's bad game design is what it is. Like, we should hold them accountable and say, stop doing this shit. So we have to stop dealing with it. Especially with online. Like, if this game was developed with online as the main focus, and I know it's going to be played offline and shit, but like, in 2019, you have to develop your fighting games to be played online. Develop it like it's like online is the main way you're going to play. Because I think if you do that, because that's what it's going to be, and I think if you do that, you'll see that some shit is more ridiculous. Like, you probably wouldn't give Sub-Zero that 50-50 because online is crazy. Like, online it's nuts. And I know it's offline is different because I can react to it, but online, some shit is nuts. Like, Jackie shouldn't have a fucking safe on block dash punch. That should never exist, ever. Nobody should have a fuck neutral move that's safe on block. I know what you're gonna say, oh, it's a high. So what? So what? I don't want to neutral duck the entire fight because then she can walk in. She has great walk speed. So there's reasons to not just stand there ducking, because then she gets to walk in and do whatever she wants. You want to do other things. But anyway, at this point I'm just ranting. I just wanted to show Frost and Gears as an example. And there's way more examples, but if you disagree, learn Gears and then learn Frost. Learn how to play them. Go online, win like 20 ranked matches. Like, learn how to play them. And then come back and tell me that these characters are anywhere near anywhere in the same sport, in the same league as each other. I'm out, man. This game is fucking stupid.